SEEKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. Guys, the Chicken's here bringing another Beach video. In today's video, guys, I want to start out by saying thank you to everyone using the code. And tomorrow I'm going to announce what the giveaway is. So make sure you get those screenshots in and everything like that. We also got some cool gifts from Supercell. There's actually some stuff in the shop that's hasn't been horrible offers. 500 gems for 40 shards. I mean, you know, it's not bad. It's better than, you know, one crystal for like 500,000 gold or whatever some of those offers were. So what we're getting into today, guys, we got a big Warships video for you. So as you can see here, we went to 6 engines. We have a new base and we also have SEEKER. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show you one way, but I'm going to tell you 3 ways of how to use SEEKERs in Season 10. Now, let's talk about that first and take a look at the tech tree. So we did just like we said, and we were going to go from, we went from engine to gunboat energy to SEEKERs. And, you know, kind of as the meta is shifting, what seems to be the better option is actually, instead of doing that, you know, you're not going to be like, it's not like this is much better than the other way, but if you can actually save up to get boom mines, well, just to get heavy choppers, you're going to have to get boom mines on the way. But heavy choppers are OP right now. You know, they're running a little bit rampant in some of the higher ranks. So the faster you can get to heavy choppers, you're going to be doing pretty well. That's not to say that SEEKERs don't have their place, and you can actually use them a little bit with heavy choppers. So let's talk about that first. Very simple. So essentially the idea is you just use a few boats of SEEKERs, and then you just the good thing about using them with heavy choppers is you can just flare the heavy choppers to the engine rooms while the SEEKERs take down a couple other bases, because SEEKERs don't follow flares. So you can flare the heavy choppers to the other engines as the SEEKERs pick off a couple that are close to the front or close to the landing zone, and kind of go about it that way. And also, since heavy choppers now cost 8 GBE, that changed last season and the season before, it's going to save you a little bit of GBE using them with the SEEKER. So it's a pretty good way of using them. The other way is we use them with bullet and bombers, which is good. We'll show you that here in a sec. So bullet and bombers, and then the other way is just using all SEEKERs, which is, it's pretty tough to use it this season. I mean, unless you have smokes. Having smokes basically makes that viable or not if you're going to use all SEEKERs. Because it's too much GBE otherwise required to take out shock mines and, you know, to shock launchers and, you know, shock splash defenses. They have too much ground to cover and there's too many defenses. Although, like, the ice is weak this season, like the ice meaning the defense statue nodes, the building damage, building health isn't really, you know, that much to deal with, but still just throwing the SEEKERs out there completely naked doesn't really work that well. So we'll show you the last way that we use them here. I was playing around with them a little bit today. And this is just mixing them in with bullet and bomber. So basically the idea here, I screwed a couple of things up on this attack, but I'll let it play out and just kind of explain what I should have done to try to help you guys. So essentially what you want to do is, like, here's how I want to do this here. We'll pause it for a sec. So I want to come up, I want to clear this engine by this boom cannon, and then I want to clear this engine by this machine gun with bombers. Because if I just throw the SEEKERs out right now, they're going to run up this way, and then they're going to trail off over here, and I don't want that. I want the SEEKERs to come up to these 2 engines here because there's not that many defenses. And, you know, 4 bolts of SEEKERs it's pretty strong. So, I mean, unless you're going against, like I couldn't send those SEEKERs up here, obviously. There's too many defenses, there's shock launchers, there's shock mines everywhere. But over up this way, he doesn't have that much coverage. Sure, he's got some flamethrowers, but, I mean, we'll be able to chew through those 2 engines before that. So the idea is to just clear this path out on the right first with bombers, then throw the SEEKERs out on the left to those 2 somewhat exposed engine rooms. So we'll speed it up a little bit here. Now, you'll see I throw the SEEKERs out too early, and then you'll see what happens. We managed to recover from it because I only threw out the 1 boat. But I threw out that 1 boat early, and look, they just trail off this way, and that's no good. I don't want them all together. That defeats the whole purpose of the attack. If we're going to do that, I might as well just throw all bombers at it because it's going to be the same kind of thing. So then we wait. That side's cleared. Now, I let this first boat of SEEKERs go in first, and they're kind of like the test path for shock bombs, and they're also just the mine clears. And then the next 2 boats come in, and you see they're really going to shred through. And all the time that this is happening, the bombers are still working their way over with bullet. I use taunt. I think energy drink would probably be better because you do need bullet to stay up and alive. Although having taunt, you know, it's kind of either or, I guess. Taunt, when there's only a few defenses left at the very end, is still pretty helpful. So, yeah, that's basically how we're using Seekers in Season 10, guys. And let's try to get that next chest. And I'm not even sure what that's going to get us, but we'll take a look here in a sec. I think we'll be able to get boom mines after I get this one. I don't think we'll be able to do much else. So let's switch troops, and let's make sure that we got energy drink selected for this one. So, okay, let's look at this base. This is tricky because he's got those 3 engines on the right covered by shock launchers. He's got a ton of shock mines out everywhere. So I don't know. This might be this base might not be great for Seekers. So we might switch up and just go with all bombers and kind of spread them out. I actually kind of like that idea because now that I look at this, everything's pretty well spread, and I think we can get to the back. I think we'll have a pretty good time. So I'm actually going to go with second win here. And let's try this on for size. Let's try this on. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll throw the good doctor somewhere in the middle there. And from here, we want to save up our GBE for second wins, of course. But we can start clearing out some of these mines if our iPad will let us and not glitch all over the place. Thank you. And then I guess we can go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do want to use some of this GBE. And let's go like this. Let's throw a critter bucket right in there. Now I want to make sure once that rocket switches, we got a med kit ready for those bombers, and they're gonna take that down. So that's going well. Okay, let's go shock over here. Try to keep some of those guys alive on that right side. It doesn't look like they're going to. I think that's gonna get pretty weak there in a second. Okay, let's go with another second win down there. And we actually have those bombers in a pretty nice spot. It's just that one boom cannon I think that's going to come into range in a second. We can shock that with the mortar. Okay, I need to save this shock on the right side. Hopefully they keep going over there. Okay, there we go. Shock that boom cannon just in time. 32, 50. Okay, we can use another second win now. And we can get another shock going back this way. Get that off just in time. And okay, at this point, we can just go ahead and flare onto this engine room. Now, I threw critters there. I'm not sure if that was the right call. Maybe we needed to shock instead. We'll see here in a sec. Okay, let's go this way. He's got us down, but we took a little bit of scout time, so it's going to be up in the air. So, I mean, I know we didn't use Seekers, guys, but it still comes down to the base. Like, you gotta make the right choice for the base. That base was not very friendly for Seekers, so I mean, it's not like once you get Seekers, you just throw on them at everything. So boom, we were able to come out with the victory there. And yeah, I'll show you some fails, I guess, that we had with the Seekers when I was trying to use all Seekers, because that definitely was not working. Was it this one? This was 6. Yeah, so here was an attack. No, that was rocket choppers. Okay, give me a sec. That was 433. What was this one? This was definitely not Seekers. That was another one. That's when I was grinding for that last chest. Okay, let's see Mr. Kingstone. Back. This guy's got 6. Nope. This is alright, guys. Okay. Come on, Mr. Mo. Okay, this was Seekers for sure. Alright, so this one we've tried to go in all Seekers, and you see what I mean. It's just, you gotta have smokes. Like, if I had a couple smokes right there to get us past the front, that would definitely help. I may not have needed that shock on that rocket launcher. And also, you see right here, the split. That's why we went with bombers on that next attack. We went with bombers over here to clear out this right side first to avoid this. Because we don't want our Seekers doing this. They're not that strong. You see, they're still very, they're still good. Like, we're able to just kind of, we basically did nothing on this attack. We just kind of threw the Seekers out, and they still cleared half the engines. Albeit they weren't as heavily covered. But then you get back into spots like this, and it's just, it's too many shocks. It's, especially if you don't have smokes, it's just too much GBE to get that to work. So I hope that helps you guys out. And yeah, we got some grinding left to do because I think tomorrow we'll be able to get the heavy choppers. So I mean, that's what I mean. Like, is going from 6 to gunboat to Seekers wrong? No, I think that's going to be good, and I do think that you need seekers if you're going to compete at 6 engines. If you don't have them, and you're just using spread out heavy bomber, and that's your only attack troop that you can use, and you're not going to be as successful. You can also mix some seekers into the mix. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to unlock the heavy choppers, I'm pretty sure, unless the chicken's math is way off. So look forward to that. And yeah, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one. Guys, chicken out. Back.